All things being equal, the really great development directors that I've been privileged to work with all do one thing really well. They know how to close. It's kind of like in their bones. Now, what do I mean by close? It means to take people's well-intentioned comments and turn them into specific action items. Let me give you a couple of examples. You know, sometimes people will say that they would like to do something for the capital campaign. They'd like to volunteer in some way. And rather than just let that well-intentioned comment hang there in the air, when I hear something like that, I'm immediately thinking, okay, I'd like to take you up on your offer. How do you want to help? And I will begin to engage them in a series of questions to try and put some meat on the bones as to how they would like to help. I mean, is it a gathering at your home? Is it a gathering at your country club? What is it specifically that you might like to do? Then let's take the next step. When would you like to do it? See, that's what I mean by closing, taking that initial well-intentioned comment and then putting some bones on it, putting some specifics to it, some specific action items that are required in order to bring the thing to fruition. Another example would be appointments. I'm often surprised by priests or rectors or presidents who will tell me, oh yeah, you know, I did run into John Doe last night at, you know, some sporting event or something. And maybe we've been trying to get an appointment with John Doe. And so maybe the president or the priest will have said to the person, yeah, we'd like to get together with you to talk about the capital campaign. And the person will have said, yeah, let's do that. But there's no closure. You know, instead of taking the next step and saying, could I call you this week and speak with your secretary and put that on your calendar? I mean, there's no action item associated with that well-intentioned comment made by John Doe, right? And so if I was in that circumstance as the priest or the president, I would say to the person, that's wonderful. You know, do you happen to have your calendar handy? Is it on your phone? Can we put something on the calendar right now? Or can I call your secretary in the morning? I mean, what is the action item to take that well-intentioned comment to, yeah, let's get together and talk about the campaign and actually get it on the calendar? The third area where closing is really probably the most critical is with those people on the pending list. These are people that you've met with, you've talked to them about the capital campaign, they said they would consider a gift, they needed some time to think about it. Now what, right? What happens is if you don't call those people back in a timely manner, people will have the best of intentions, you know, to get around to filling out that pledge form, but it will linger and they won't actually get around to doing it because few people wake up in the morning and as their first thought think to themselves, hey, number one on my priority list today is giving away money. I mean, that doesn't happen. There is some feeling within us that, hey, listen, I'm kind of bugging this person. But, you know, that's just comes with the territory. If you don't gently remind them, many times more than once, that pledge form never makes its way back in. So I like to say with pendings, the older, the colder. And so if you go out and you visit with somebody and they say they're going to do something, you know, generally within a week or 10 days or whatever time frame you agreed on in the meeting, you've got to get back on the phone, call them, remind them. And again, the idea here is you got to close, get that piece of paper in. Otherwise, there's an enormous amount of work that goes into getting together with people, meeting with them. And if they sit on the prospect list for 60 days, 90 days, you know, their enthusiasm grows cold and the gift or the pledge never comes. So to summarize, if you want to get really good at development work, there should be kind of a script running through the back of your mind constantly. And that is, with this person, with this individual, with this situation, you know, what is the next action item? And if you ask that question, what is the next action item, I think you'll get good at closing.